Okay, let's be real for a second. You start, you sweat, you literally starve yourself, and then you just stop, right? Sound familiar? Well, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're cracking the absolute ultimate cheat code to lasting fitness. We're stripping away all the noise, the fake influencer advice, and honestly, the absolute lies you've been told. Based on the hard science from the Consistency Code and the Compendium of Fitness Science, we are going to completely rewire your brain today.
So why do most people quit their fitness journey in just a few weeks? Seriously, think about your own life for a minute. Every single New Year's resolution, that sudden random midnight burst of energy where you promise yourself, okay, tomorrow I'm changing my life. You buy the fancy gym clothes, you prep a mountain of broccoli, you go all out. And then, by day 14, it's over. You're right back on the couch. You think you're lazy, right? You think you just lack willpower? Well, you're wrong. It is not a lack of motivation. Read that again. Not a lack of motivation. If it's not motivation, then what is this invisible force that's completely destroying your progress? The crazy part? The answer is hiding right there in your very first step. Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, the big fitness trap. This is the psychological quicksand that catches literally 90% of beginners. Day 1 hits, and what happens? Extreme diets, intense workouts, unrealistic expectations. We've all been brainwashed by this super dangerous lie that if you just suffer more, you'll get results faster. Like starve yourself, destroy your muscles for 2 hours in the gym, and boom, dream physique. No way. Absolutely wrong. Your body completely rejects this approach. It literally triggers survival mode and fights back. When you shock your system like that, your brain begs you to quit. You aren't failing because you're weak. Your strategy is literally designed for burnout.
Which brings us to Section 2, the motivation myth, amateurs versus pros.
Look at this. Motivation versus systems. Motivation is just a feeling. It comes and goes. It spikes when you watch a hype video on your phone, but it completely vanishes when it's raining outside, or you had a bad day at work, or you just didn't sleep well. Amateurs rely on motivation. They wake up and ask, do I feel like working out today? But systems stay forever. Pro athletes do not rely on motivation. They don't wake up absolutely thrilled to run in the freezing rain. They rely on habits, routines, discipline. Their system forces execution, regardless of how they feel in the moment.
Wait, stop right there. 20. Just 20. I am going to completely shatter your idea of a good workout right now. Real-world data proves something totally astonishing. Exercising for just 20 minutes a day for a year will completely, absolutely crush the results of someone who trains like a beast for a single month and then quits. Let me repeat that so it sinks in. 20 minutes, not 2 hours, just 20 minutes. And that perfectly sums up this quote. Consistency beats intensity almost every time. Burn this into your memory right now. This is the master key to the whole thing. Intensity? That just gets you sore. Consistency is what gets you results. See, your body doesn't adapt to one massive punishing shock. It adapts to a steady, unbreakable rhythm of tiny, repeated signals. But there's a catch. Section 3, your invisible transformation. We are entering the darkest valley here. We call this the 1-week mirror disappointment. Picture this. You did everything right. 7 straight days, no junk food. You sweat, you suffered. You step out of the shower, wipe the steam off the mirror, and look. And absolutely nothing has changed. Your stomach is exactly the same. The scale hasn't moved a single pound. That disappointment just hits you like a punch to the gut, doesn't it? And this exact second is where almost everyone quits, because we all demand instant, visible results. But what is actually happening behind the scenes here? It's called internal transformation. While you're staring at that mirror in total despair, your body is furiously rebuilding itself from the inside out. Your cellular health is improving. Fat loss is actually initiated. Micro tears in your muscles are fusing back together even stronger. Your cardiovascular endurance is leveling up. It all happens internally, way before it ever becomes visible externally. You just absolutely have to trust the unseen process.
So how do we actually pull this off without failing?
Section 4. Small habits, massive results. All right, here is the secret fitness influencers rarely talk about. And honestly, why would they? They can't sell this to you. They want to sell you some complex, super expensive 90-day extreme shred program. But the real data, the actual science, it reveals that the most successful transformations don't even start in a gym.
They start right here. 1, walking more. 2, drinking more water. 3, sleeping better. And 4, eating slightly healthier meals. That is literally it. Fast, simple, totally friction-free. You don't need a perfectly optimized, scientifically calculated workout split. You just need an extra 1,000 steps. Swap that afternoon soda for a glass of water. Get 8 hours of sleep to fix your hormones. Make your dinner just 10% healthier. These sound so small that people totally ignore them, but over a few months, they compound like interest in a bank account, creating totally undeniable results.
Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway. Section 5, the consistency code, the secret to long-term success.
It all comes down to perfection versus consistency. Look, a perfectionist eats one slice of pizza and immediately says, well, my diet is totally ruined. I'm just going to eat the whole box and quit. They miss a Monday workout and say, the whole week is ruined. I guess I'll just start over next month. It's this massive all or nothing trap. But consistency says, what I do most of the time is what actually matters. Missing one workout is not going to ruin your progress. Eating one unhealthy meal will absolutely not destroy your results. Your body only cares about the average of your inputs over a long period of time. Fitness isn't about never messing up. It's about never giving up.
Because at the end of the day, consistency changes everything. Seriously, the people walking around right now with the physiques you admire, the boundless energy you want, the long-term health you desire, they are not the most motivated people on earth. Actually, scratch that. They definitely aren't. They are simply the most consistent. They showed up when they didn't want to. They did 20 minutes when they couldn't do a full hour. They played the long game.
So I want to leave you with this one vital question. What healthy habits can you realistically follow for the next year? Notice I didn't say the next week or the next month, the next year. Stop asking yourself how hard you can push yourself tomorrow. Start asking yourself what you can sustain forever. Seriously, take a screenshot of this slide right now. Let it challenge you, because the exact second you stop chasing perfection and start building consistency, literally everything changes.